So why don't you?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the fastest hour in radio. It's time once again for the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Eric. How are you?
Hi, Eric.
Another action-packed episode today. And, you know, we're talking to Nestor Carbonell, of course, from Bates Motel, one of my favorite new series on TV. So I'm really happy we talked to him this week.
Yeah, hey, who's Ron Sedgy? I mean, The Tonight Show.
Ron Sedgy, yeah, he's a legendary radio and TV producer from way back.
I never heard of him.
Yeah.
But the only show, folks, to listen to about celebrities and politicians and everybody else is Nancy and Larry and Eric.
There we go.
Forget Sedgy.
You guys,
I hope everybody is well out there, and we want to thank you guys for listening and being loyal listeners. We love to hear from you. Send us some emails and give us a call.
We've been getting a ton of emails, even though not a lot of phone calls, and we understand. And the emails are very, very wonderful and dear to my heart.
You guys don't
give out the number, Eric?
Absolutely. 818-353-1276. That is the call-in number. 818-353-1276. Or, of course, you could email us at themanettis@crntalk.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got one email here. I want to give you a heads up. Mr. Bill Cunningham wrote, Nancy, I love your recipes. I want to make a nice dessert for my wife. Do you have one for tiramisu?
Ooh,
Thanks, Bill.
Wow.
Well, Bill, today's your day, honey.
Oh.
I have got a very easy tiramisu recipe for you, and you'll really enjoy making this. You'll love it, too.
Nancy, did you just use tiramisu and easy in the same sentence? I can't believe it. Wow.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a favorite of mine because it's so simple to make. You don't need the lady fingers and all of that stuff. So, but it's just as delicious, and anybody can make this.
Well, speaking of Italian food, I took my teenage daughter out for her birthday last night, out to dinner. We went to the legendary Michelli's restaurant out there in Hollywood.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's been there, 172 years?
Yeah. That was there before Columbus.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we had a good time with the singing waiters, and they treated us very well over there. So it was a good time.
Boy, I don't remember any time not seeing that restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a mainstay out there.
It's been there, and I'm 87, so it's been there a long time.
Yeah, I'm glad you're older than I am.
Well, don't bet on it.
So, boy, we got a great lineup, and thank you, Courtney, our producer, making this show wonderful.
Been a busy girl.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Nestor Carbonell is on from the Bates Motel, which is on Monday nights at 9 o'clock.
A&E, yeah, and I hear they're doing season 3. I'm working my way through season 2 right now, trying to catch up. So I'm really excited to see what Nestor's got to say. Oh, yeah, he plays like a tough guy, kind of bad guy sheriff on the show. And great role. And we're going to hear all about it from Nestor Carbonell coming up right after these messages, guys, from A&E's Bates Motel. Don't forget, you can always give us a call, 818-353-1276, 818-353-1276, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Manetti, and many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanicin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanicin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200. Hey, folks. This is Larry and Nancy Manetti.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing? And today we've got a great surprise for you. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, but it's one of the stars of the infamous Bates Hotel show, you know, that Alfred Hitchcock created with Janet Leigh and
Anthony Perkins.
So, yeah, hang in there. We're going to bring him on right now because we only have a few minutes and we want to get going and not waste a second. So, are you there, Nestor?
I am, Larry. Hi, Nancy. How are you guys? Thank you for having me on.
Oh, it's a pleasure. What a great series you're on.
I'm so blessed, so lucky to be on the show. Yeah, no, it's such a well-written show, and the actors are phenomenal. So it's a real dream job.
Oh, I can imagine. And I want to let everybody know that the Bates Motel is going to return for season 3 at 9 o'clock on Monday, March 9th. So it's 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time.
That's right.
And
absolutely.
Nestor, where do you shoot the show?
We shoot the show. They've recreated the motel and the house, the Bates house, in Vancouver, outside of Vancouver, in a town called Aldergrove. It's a border town. And we had the luxury and the great fortune of having one of the best production designers in Mark Freeborn. He came from Breaking Bad, and he built this incredible motel in 5 weeks. This is about 3 years ago. He built it, and it sits there in the off season. It has a security guard because there've been a number of people who crashed it, but it is pretty eerie. You walk on that set, and you don't have to go too far to already immerse yourself in that world.
So it's an exact duplicate of the original?
You know, it not quite. He's expanded on it, and it's actually bigger. It's bigger than the original because I took a tour of the Universal lot with my family about a year ago, and I got to I went to check out the actual motel, and it's not it's quite a bit bigger, and a few more. I think it has a few more rooms. The office is different, so it's not an exact replica, but it is beautiful. It's really, really, really well done.
Now, is the house in this series too, or just the motel?
No, both. Both are in the series, so we really get to, and every year they add, or we get to see different rooms that we don't necessarily from the year before. So this year they open up the dining room, and a few things happen there this year. And
oh wow!
Again, they're beautiful sets. Those sets are in a soundstage in the interiors of the house.
Do you guys ever get the eerie feeling that Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh are around, and maybe Alfred Hitchcock goes, "Good evening"?
Yeah, I know. There's definitely a bit of the vibe, especially when our own Norman Bates, tips his hat off to Anthony Perkins. He'll give you that look. He'll sort of drop his chin a bit and raise his eyes, and it's pretty creepy. But that world is immediately apparent to us once we all get in a wardrobe, because even though it's a modern day prequel, where there are sort of anachronistic tones just by the wardrobe. Norma's like in 40s, 50s clothes, 50s or 60s clothes, and Norman as well. He's not quite of this period. So even though there's iPhones and it is present day, they seem to be stuck in a time trap of their own making.
And I want everybody to know that you play Sheriff Alex Romero in this. And it's got to be really fun. And Vancouver's not too shabby to be in either. We love it there.
Yeah.
Oh,
what
about a beautiful city.
What about your comedic side? I know you're quite a comedian in that you've done some tremendous film on it. Do you get to explore any of that?
Oh, thanks, Larry. I do. You know, the show is you know, it's all things. It's scary. It's thrilling. It's dark. It's also funny. It's really, you know, there's a lot of dark comedy within the writing, and we certainly explore that. And I do. I get to, you know, my character is very dry. He doesn't suffer fools. So a lot of the jokes are at other people's expense. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with that. We all do, and I had the great privilege of getting to actually direct an episode this season. So
nice.
Yeah, thank you. So whenever there was humor to be, you know, to on the page, or if we could mine it in moments, we definitely went for it, because I love finding humor, especially in awkward situations.
I want everybody to know that it's on A&E. I forgot to mention that tonight at 9:00. Bates Motel. This is such an iconic thing. I think you guys are going to be around a long time.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yeah, this is our third season. I think it's arguably our strongest season, and you know, the writers have always planned it to be a 5-year show, and I hope we get the chance to fulfill that dream. And you know, but yeah, this season, a lot of the things that were set up in the first 2 seasons has paid off. So it's a really strong season, and we're all so proud of it, and hope that people get to, you know, tune in and enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Hey, Nestor, do you have anything coming up, or any projects that you've written or you might direct, or any charities that you want to talk about?
Oh, thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. You know, I've written a script that I'm hoping to direct, and especially now, given that I've had the opportunity on Bates to step into that role, you know, for the first time. So I hope to do that in the off season, something I wrote, and also whatever other shows and opportunities pop up. But we literally just wrapped, so I'm preparing for the launch of the show, and then I'll immediately start switching hats and get into soft pre-production on what I've written, and hope to get it off the ground soon.
How much time do you have off?
It all depends on, you know, we decided to shoot this year in the winter because the writers like the look of the sort of the darker skies. You know, the second season we shot in the summer. So it all
writers are brutal.
No, they're like
in the winter in Canada. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're right. Yeah, it looks better, man. It doesn't feel as good. My last scene that I shot was at 4 a.m. on a. You know, I won't say exactly where because I don't want to give away a plot point, but it was cold. It was cold.
Oh, boy.
But no, please, it's a joy. It's a pleasure, and it's a dream to get to work on a show like this.
Now, you started your acting career, in like 94? Is that correct?
You know, yeah, even a little earlier than that, early 90s, like 90, 91, I started. I was in college. I got bitten by the bug, and and then in school I took an elective, and then I studied outside of college, and you know, I struggled for about a good 3 years just doing small parts here and there, and then eventually, about right around 94, I got my first series, and that really opened up a lot of doors for me, and been very lucky to be working since then. So yeah, but it was quick education and trying to stay with something, because God, those early days are tough for sure.
Well, listen, you're very lucky that your career has gone this way, and well deserved. You know, there's so many actors out there that try, and it's a tough business. I don't think people realize that.
Yeah, no, you're right, Nancy. It is a tough business, and whenever I'm asked for aspiring actors about it, I always say, unless this is the only thing you want to do, think about it, because it's a tough business. It's a fickle one.
Right.
So you have to really love it and not want to do absolutely anything else. But no, I've been very, very lucky.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nestor Carbonell, for joining us. Remember, Bates Motel on A&E.
God bless it. I love you guys.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel. Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool. Indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kvhmaui.com. That's kvhmaui.com. Aloha.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more, a chocolate fondue fountain, zeblis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Guys, wow! Nestor Carbonell and, of course, the exciting
cool
third
guy.
season. Yeah, really cool guy.
What a nice person. Although I must say most of our guests are nice, but it's very interesting, their stories and where they film and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great stuff. You know, of course, I was a big fan of the Psycho film as a kid. You know, scared the bejeebers out of me, but still a big fan of the movie and, of course, the show. So great we can hear from them. Coming up later in the show, Mark Pellegrino, also from A&E, the show The Returned. So we're going to talk to him as well later on this hour, at the half-hour mark, I believe. So just a few more minutes.
Another wonderful actor.
Yeah.
Hey, who did the music on the original Psycho? Do you have any idea?
I can find out for you. That's a really good question.
Yeah,
that soundtrack.
Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take a look around, see if I can find it for us while we're hanging out.
Okay.
So do we have time now for a quick recipe?
Yeah, we sure do. We got about 4 minutes. Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay. Bill Cunningham, I got to tell you, that name is dear to my heart. I don't know if you're the same person, but you used to be my commercial agent. So if it's you, hi. If not, here we go. It is a lazy man's tiramisu, and you only need 5 ingredients. Some biscotti cookies, some Grand Marnier liquor, mascarpone cheese, sugar, and chocolate that you can chop up, your favorite chocolate. So what you do is you take your cookies and you want to smash them up. You can use the back of a pan if you want and make them into pieces. Doesn't have to be too small. And you pour your Grand Marnier over them. Don't totally submerge them, but you wanted them to soak up the liqueur to give them that wonderful taste. Then in another bowl, you mix together the mascarpone and sugar to taste, and the rest of the liquor, and again to taste, whatever is good to your palate. And if you want, you can chop up some chocolate and add that in with the mascarpone. It's really delicious that way. And what I like to use is like a champagne glass or a little glass bowl for preserving. And you put the mascarpone in and the cookies underneath the mascarpone. And then what you can do is sprinkle some chocolate all over the top as much as you want. And it's absolutely delicious that way. Wow. And maybe little bits of the smaller bits of chocolate, the biscotti cookies. So you have the cookies underneath, the mascarpone, the chocolate, and some more little pieces of the cookie.
Oh, wow.
And it is absolutely terrific. You can make it ahead and put it in the fridge, or you can eat it right away, unlike the real tiramisu.
Oh, this is great. It sounds like a 15, 20-minute recipe?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 10 minutes. If you have all the ingredients, that's all it takes.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it's a beautiful presentation in a like a martini glass or something that's fancy. It makes it a little bit more decadent.
Oh, wow. And, I have an answer, guys. Aside from the recipe being available on the website, crntalk.com, just click on the left-hand side where it says the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. The recipe will be posted, so if you couldn't run out and get your pencil or pen in time, don't worry, we'll have it. But Larry, you asked a question earlier about the composer of the original Psycho soundtrack, and kind of an interesting story. I learned something new today. His name was Bernard Herrmann, born in 1911, and he did a lot of work for Alfred Hitchcock movies.
He was very famous working for Hitchcock.
Absolutely, yeah. Psycho, yeah. North by Northwest, The Man Who Knew Too Much, and Vertigo. Aside from Hitchcock movies, he also did the music for Citizen Kane, The Day the Earth Stood Still, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, Cape Fear, and Taxi Driver. So he was a very, very busy composer in his heyday.
Yeah, Bernard Herrmann. He was, very, very well loved. I'd forgotten that was him.
Yeah, good stuff. So, Larry, there you go, man. Great question today.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, I hear that Mike Horn has an open house for the public on Sunday for a brunch. He's serving lox and bagels. So,
are we doing the lox and bagels at Mike's house?
Line up, folks, and go to Mike's.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's do some emails.
I don't think I was invited to that one. Well, Larry, we're actually going to break here. When we come back, we're going to have our interview with Mark Pellegrino. When we come back, we will do some more emails, of course, the celebrity birthdays and your calls, 818-353-1276. It is the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti, 818-353-1276, and we'll be back right after this.
I'm Larry Manetti from Magnum PI. Remember me? I played Rick. And over the years, I've been asked so many times to republish my book, Aloha Magnum, which is a 5-star hit. Well, folks, I did it. If you want to see the behind-the-scenes episodes and all the naughty things that went on Magnum PI, you go to the internet and punch up LarryManetti.com, and Aloha Magnum is there at your reach. I thank you for your loyalty. Take care, folks.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000? If you don't take action now, your tax problem is going to get worse. Much worse. Seizure of property, bank levies, wage garnishments, and potential criminal prosecution. And if you owe the IRS back payroll taxes, chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear. Take action now. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield for help. Our team of experienced tax attorneys can get you protected, stop collections, and negotiate a permanent settlement with the IRS and state, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. At U.S. Tax Shield, our tax advisors will review your case for free, inform you of your rights, and give you a guaranteed quote. No games and no tricky upsells. That's why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Put an end to your torment. Get protected. Get the Shield. Call U.S. Tax Shield now at 800-211-8753. That's 800-211-8753. 800-211-8753.
Hello, this is Scott for Scott's Tough Builder Lawn Food. Lads, your lawn is a living, breathing thing, and right now it's hungry, famished even. So it's up to you to feed it, and feed it today with Scott's Tough Builder Lawn Food. A prompt feeding now in early spring and another in late spring strengthens and helps protect your lawn from future problems. Learn more at scotts.com. Go on, put down some Scott's Tough Builder Lawn Food this weekend. Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Just in time.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry and Nancy Manetti, and boy, we've got one terrific actor, Mr. Mark Pellegrino. He has made a lasting impression as the tortured Paul Benedict in Showtime's widely acclaimed Dexter. And, man, the beat goes on. I saw him in Lost. I've seen him in many, many episodes of different television shows. And this guy has done some big feature films, The Big Lebowski, Lethal Weapon 3, Mulholland Drive. I mean, you don't get this kind of a resume. Mark, we're so privileged to have you today.
Thanks for having me, Larry. It's great to be here.
Well, what's going on? You've got a new show now. What do you think the return premiere is Monday, and what do you think the difference? Because I know how hard it was on Lost, and Dexter was one of my favorite shows, and it seems like you really have really dark characters to perform with. What is it like to have that kind of pressure?
Well, it's just part of my job, so I don't really think of it as being under pressure, but I enjoy, kind of delving into the worlds of these poor souls like Paul and Jacob and even Lucifer. They give me as an actor a lot of challenges, to make characters that are essentially unlikable likable. And luckily, in this case, though, with The Return, my character Jack is very, very different than those other characters. He's very likable and very human and very relatable because of the things that he's experienced that you as an audience member get to experience with him.
Well, when you take on something like this, I mean, I know as an actor that these are really difficult things to pull off. Was this from your acting schools? I mean, what kind of, did you take Stanislavski?
I took and teach, actually, Sanford Meisner technique.
There you go. Wonderful instructor.
I mean, they all are kind of based on Stanislavski, but he definitely had his own spin and emphasis on what was important for the actor to focus on.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel? What's the comparison with Lost? I'm going on Lost because, I did a show there in Hawaii. And first of all, being in Hawaii a long time was a big burden for me. I don't know how it affected you, but what was it like doing Lost?
It was great. I loved it. I wasn't there long enough to get island fever, I guess. For me, it was a treat going there every time I went and worked. I can't think of anything better than working on an island, and doing a show like that. Except, working on The Returned, and I think this, if there's anything that connects the two of them besides the writer Carlton Cuse, it's the mystery element to the show. I think Lost had a great deal of mystery, and the characters were intriguing because you wanted to find out, you wanted to get to the bottom of their dilemmas, and I think the same thing is with The Returned. It's a huge mystery. The universe itself is a mystery, and some of the characters themselves are mysterious, and you want to get to the bottom of what caused this phenomenon to happen and why some of these characters have some of the intentions that they do, because not all the returns are benevolent. Some of them have bad intentions, man.
Let's talk about two of my favorite films, The Big Lebowski. Let's start with that first. What character did you play in that?
My character was scripted as the blonde man, and I was a henchman for the porn producer Jackie Treehorn, and we were the ones, me and Wu were the ones that break into Lebowski's place and ruin his rug, thinking that he's the other Lebowski, thinking that he's.
I remember that.
Yeah. So it's us, in the case of mistaken identity, that kind of kicks the movie off into its crazy path. Yeah.
Now, Lethal Weapon 3, I watched every one of those 2 or 3 times. That had to be a real kick in the head, I would assume, working with these two characters. What was your experience with that?
Oh, it was great. Those guys have a lot of fun on the set together. They make comedic videos with each other. Dick Donner has a great sense of humor, and Mel was really, really kind to me and really, really smart. And I had a great time working with him. I had this huge fight scene with him, which isn't easy in an armored car.
Was that on the boat or on the dock?
We were in an armored car. Yeah, it was like a robbery gone bad, and
right.
He kind of breaks it up, and he and I are fighting, and he eventually stomps on the brakes, and I go flying through the window onto the.
I remember. Great, great scene.
And he says, "You have the right to remain unconscious," and he hits me with it.
Yeah, they look like they're always practical jokers.
Yeah, they really are. I don't know how they are now, but they were then.
All right, listen, we don't have tons of time. Let's go back to what's really important. the return. What do you see? Where do you see this going? How would you like to have your part go?
Well, I mean, I'm interested in seeing where it's going because what we do is establish a very mysterious universe where this miracle happens to various people in the town and affects them in all very, very different ways. And I'm very interested in seeing how the fans, what their thoughts are on why the Returned are coming back and who is going to successfully reunite with their past and their loved ones, and who won't be able to do it, because there's definitely there's more than one way of reacting to this miracle. So I'm hoping people get very, very interested in the family dynamics of the show.
Well, I'm excited about it, and I think, folks, you got to tune in on A&E. All right, we gotta take off. Listen, good luck to you, pal.
Hey, thanks, Larry.
Take care.
Hi, here's your delivery from Staples.com.
Thanks, Staples guy. Ugh, do you have stuff to clean this disaster of a break room?
Sure, Staples has wipes, paper towels, sprays, sponges, all at a low price.
How about these floors?
Disinfecting cleaners, mops, bucket with side press ringers, and yellow wet floor signs.
Anyone know how long it takes to reheat cod?
We also have air fresheners.
I'll take a case of those.
Make on budget happen, make cleaning up happen. Staples, make more happen. Now at Staples, get a Lysol Wipes 3-pack for just $4.99.
Offer valid on SKU 950423 in store and online, ends 3/14 while supplies last. See store staples.com for details.
We are perfectionists. We do it right and don't stop until the job is done. We build commercial zero-turn mowers with maneuverability, power, and comfort. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during our More Power to You sales event, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR on new commercial-grade Z700 series mowers.
For more information or to find a participating dealer, go to Kubota.com.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Manetti. And many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanacin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanacin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apples.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. I was so enthralled with our interview with Mark Pellegrino. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. We're here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to follow that show and see where these people are coming from and how it does affect everyone. It's going to be great.
Yeah, you guys really are a tremendous help to Nancy and I and Courtney and Tomas to make this show hot, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
And
Larry.
we love all of our listeners and love to hear from you or have you write in.
Well, Tomas has given you the official Tomas nod of approval over there, so
well,
thanks you in return.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple of emails here to read.
Yeah.
And one is from Charlie May. It says, "Hi, Lair, Nancy, and Eric. I'm a big fan of the show. I love the last week's guest from Major Crimes. Nice guy. Lots of love. Charlie, thank you so much."
Yeah,
thanks, Charlie.
Also, see, Serena, I don't know what this is.
Serena.
No, it's not. Larry, what's your favorite memory of Tom Selleck, and what was your favorite episode on Magnum? Mine was when you guys were stranded on the island.
Yeah, that was a great episode. That is one of my favorites.
Wasn't that a two-parter too? Yeah. Wasn't that a two-part episode?
No, it was at Christmas time, and they have to land on an island, and they spend Christmas Day.
That's
right. The only episode they did without any guest stars or anybody outside.
Yeah,
it was fabulous.
Another one that I really like is when they robbed the club, and the guys were in costume. A great big guy in a pig suit and another rabbit, and everybody had a different version of the show.
Oh yeah, the way it went down. Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah.
I loved them all. But thank you so much for saying that, and it's deeply.
I gotta mention it to you guys too. Is I had a few friend requests on Facebook, and I'm going through the friend requests, and there are guys that are into music, and there's a couple guys that are into to TV and to movies, and I'm trying to figure out how I know these people, and I'm looking through, and then one of the guys, I asked him, I said, hey, how do I know you? And he says, oh, I'm a huge Magnum PI fan, and I listen to your guys' show all the time.
Aww.
So this one goes out to Terry Bogues. All right, Terry, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah.
And I got one here from Gabby Peterson. Greetings from northern Germany. The older we get, the more we remember the good old times. I love to fly in a helicopter, did it some years ago, and I love the nature of Hawaii. I searched for Tom Selleck. What is he doing now? And I see that you're working on radio. Some friends of mine work on radio stations in Germany, and I'm still writing books. Gabby, thank you so much.
Oh, cool.
We have a lot of German fans.
Oh, yeah.
And I must say, Larry's book, Aloha Magnum, you can get that at LarryManetti.com. We send out a lot of books to Germany.
Yeah.
It's so nice. A lot of fans there, and we again thank you so much.
And Gabby, to answer your question, Selleck is doing Blue Bloods in New York and spends quite a bit of his time there. Flies up and back, and then comes back to his family. And you never know. He might be, flying around Germany with TC looking for you, Gabby.
Here's another one. Hi, Larry. Did you ever own a Ferrari? From Debbie.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did, and Selleck made it happen. He spoke to Ferrari personally in Italy and said, look, my friend is in love with the Ferraris, and is there any way that you would give him a special price on one of the Ferraris on the show? I think it was 1986. It was near the end.
Yeah.
And they called and said, we're going to sell you the Ferrari at our cost.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I think I paid $37,000.
You're kidding me. Wow.
86, which is dirt cheap.
Absolutely.
Well, where is it now, Larry?
I finally got rid of it. I broke my heart to do it. But, a Ferrari's very expensive. To get a tune-up on that car is like $1,800.
It's not really a car that you want to drive around in L.A. traffic either.
Oh, that's right. It's a collector's item nowadays, especially.
Oh, it's a beautiful car, yeah.
Absolutely.
And we have another one here. Larry and Nancy, you have such a great show. Why, thank you. And the guests are fantastic. I just want to thank you, your friend, Ron Douglas. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah,
we appreciate it very much. Very much.
Yeah.
So we've got wonderful fans out there, and we do thank you all.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you could also always join the fun. Send us an email at themanettis@crntalk.com. That's themanettis@crntalk.com. Or, of course, you can give us a call, 818-353-1276. That's probably the fastest way to get in touch with us, 818-353-1276. But don't forget, guys, also go to LarryManetti.com. LarryManetti.com is the website where I went to get my copy of Aloha Magnum, the book that Larry has penned. And also, I'm going to say it, Larry, I have a feeling that Nancy was involved in this book a little bit as well.
Oh, boy.
I have a feeling.
You don't realize when you have to remember back
that
far how how difficult it is and to put it all together. But I'm going to tell you, we had a great time remembering everything.
So the information in the book has been corroborated by a reliable source. Be sure to check it out at LarryManetti.com. Get your copy of Aloha Magnum. Each copy is personally signed and autographed and sent to your doorstep by the man himself, Mr. Larry Manetti.
Every word is true.
That's what they say. We'll be back right after this.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Hi, this is Joe Mantegna. Every time my Uncle Willie tells me about his service in Patton's Third Army in World War II, I'm reminded of what we owe the U.S. Army. 14 generations of American soldiers who have courageously defended our nation. Their stories represent the best of America and should never be forgotten. Join me to help build the National Museum of the United States Army, a long overdue tribute to all American soldiers. To learn more, visit armyhistory.org.
The Doug Stephan Good Day program, early morning radio, and I guess it is radio, although it's radio on TV because this is CRN Digital Talk. You can find out what's going on in the world. We talk about the issues of the day, the events of the day, the people that people are talking about. We have an interesting way of looking at the news and having a little fun with the issues. So if you want to have some fun, learn a few things, and get up on the right side of the world, Doug Stephan's Good Day program, weekday mornings, 2 to 7 a.m. on CRN Digital Talk.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Guys, the final segment, now's your last chance to chime in and join the fun. Guys, you ready to take a real quick phone call here?
Absolutely.
Let's talk to our good buddy, Gary. Gary, welcome to the show.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Larry. Hi, Nancy. This is Gary. How
Gary.
are you on the third day of daylight savings time?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got a question for you. Aside from other game show hosts like Peter Marshall and Wink Martindale? Were you friends with Chuck Barrett, who was the host of The Gong Show and producer of Dating Game and the Newlywed Game?
Well, actually, I knew Chuck Barris, and I was on the Dating Game. And,
really? With Jim Lang?
Yes. Yes. I was, and I was the person picking out the guy.
Oh, this would have been great. I will pay anything to find this footage.
Where is this guy?
And I'm going to tell you, Chuck Barris was such fun. He loved the drums. He had a drum set up in his office and used to drive everybody crazy. And it was just so much fun, Gary.
Right. And how can you tell he was a very, very private person?
Well, I mean, he was, I only saw him in the studio, so, you know, most people that you work with, you don't get into their lives.
Yeah, you got anything to tell us about him?
So, I don't know anything about that. But he was a great guy, just a great guy. It was a fun show. The Gong Show was just nuts. Yeah.
Anything else, Gary?
Well, that's just about it, but I'm going to watch the subject of My Life on the Edge, featuring your friend Chuck Barrett, Larry, and Nancy.
Thank you.
That's it. There we go.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. All right. Well, very poignant question from our good friend Gary.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, a lot of fun there.
I've forgotten about that era. Anyway, we've got a bunch of birthdays.
Yeah, we got a quick minute, and we're going to read some of these celebrity birthdays. So go ahead, Nancy. The floor is all yours.
Songwriter Carol Bayer Sager and actress Cameron Manheim, wonderful actress, singer Keely Smith, actor-comedian Marty Engels, former Good Morning America host Charlie Gibson, Matthew Gray Gubler from Criminal Minds, one of my favorite actors, and let's see here, Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger. Happy birthday, Chuck. And Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank, Shannon Tweed, who's married to Gene Simmons, Carrie Underwood, Olivia Wilde, Barbara Feldon from Get Smart, singer James Taylor, Courtney B. Vance, little Johnny Provost. It's for his birthday from Lassie. I grew up with him.
Wow, yeah.
And Neil Sedaka, William H. Macy, Dana Delaney, wonderful actor Michael Caine, and Billy Crystal.
Hey, well, happy birthday, everyone. Of course, a big shout out from all of us here at the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Guys, this is it. Our final words and our farewells to all of our fans and friends out there.
Yeah, and don't forget, free brunch at Monkey Orange this Sunday. Lots and bagels.
I don't condone this message.
You're not invited, Eric.
All you can eat. Thanks, everybody.
God bless America. We love you, folks. Sleep warm.
Bye, everyone.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style, you'll be happy to know that CRN is now available on Wi-Fi radio. Simply log on to Reciva.com, that's RECIVA.com, and look for CRN. You can access all of our great shows and listen live anywhere in the world. Be part of your favorite shows and get the full CRN listening experience you would have with any traditional radio, podcast, or a live stream from our website. For more information on where or how to listen, and for a full list of our programming, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Confronting a growing political furor, Hillary Rodham Clinton conceded Tuesday it was a mistake to exclusively use private email as Secretary of State, but she defiantly rejected accusations that she created a security risk or violated the law. But the top Republican on the House committee investigating Benghazi says Clinton's explanation for using a personal email server while Secretary of State has raised more questions than it answered.
South Carolina's Trey Gowdy says he'll request that Clinton make a second appearance before his committee for an explanation. Gowdy had urged Clinton to turn the server over to a third party for analysis, a suggestion that she rejected. Gowdy says he's not confident the State Department can be a neutral arbiter in deciding what emails are made public.
That's SRN's Wally Hines reporting. Also at SRNnews.com, Senate Democrats say the letter signed by 47 GOP senators and addressed to Iranian leadership about the ongoing nuclear talks undercuts the U.S. at the negotiating table. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says whatever the GOP senators were up to, it doesn't do them credit.
Either these senators were trying to be helpful to the Iranians or harmful to the commander-in-chief in the midst of high-stakes international diplomacy.
But one of the signees, South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, says the letter to Iran was justified because President Obama is trying to circumvent Congress.
I find it astonishing that you would resist having Congress look at your work product and have us decide whether or not we should lift the sanctions we created.
Negotiators are rushing to reach an accord by the end of the month. It's been a dismal day on Wall Street with the Dow losing 333 points. The Nasdaq Composite lost 82 and the S&P 500 fell 35. Traders are again showing concern over a possible interest rate hike by the Federal Reserve in June. This is SRN News.
Hi, I'm eHarmony.com founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. When we started eHarmony.com, we never dreamed that we'd have over 950,000 marriages. A high percentage of these marriages have involved two persons dedicated to the Christian values you and I share. Now, maybe you've never considered eHarmony. Some of you have tried us and didn't